Hello everyone, welcome to Motherboard report training. Before we start, I just want to say that English is not my first language, but I will do my best to explain everything clearly. My goal is to help you understand how laptop motherboard power flow works, even if my pronunciation is not perfect. So please be patient with me and let's dive deep into topics. You can see this cable. This cable, you have many colors here. You have the black, two red, and one blue. What is that mean? I will explain you what is that mean. The black is for the ground. The black is the ground. This black is like that. It's connected here. These two pins, it is connected to this black cable. So it is the ground. So these two pins, it is ground. And the other cables, the two other cables that are red are connected to these two pins. These two pins, it is red, and this is for the plus, 19 volt here. And the other blue cable, the blue cable is for identification of the charger. So when you connect the charger here, there are circuits on the motherboard that identify this charger to know whether this charger is good for the motherboard or not. That is the reason why you have this pin. It's for identification. Okay, now what will we follow? We will follow the track of the plus, of this plus. When the current comes here, we have 19 volt here. This current passes by this component. This component is a coil. And how do I know it? Is by this letter L. The coil begins by L. This P is just for power. L, the coil. So the current will go like that, come like that, and pass this coil, and go where again? You can follow the track. So you are seeing this track, this blue track, light blue, it is clear, and this blue is dark. So we have two blue here, two blue colors. One is dark, the other is clear or light. So follow the light blue. The current pass this coil and come like that. It come like that and come inside this component. What is that this component? This component is a MOSFET. It's a MOSFET. You can see it by this letter for transistor. The letter Q. This P is just for power. So this is a MOSFET. I will show you its parts and how it is made, this MOSFET. So this MOSFET here have three parts. So if you see correctly, you will see that there are three pins here that are connected together, and this other pin is alone. It's not connected with the other pins. So the first pin, where is the first pin of this MOSFET? The first pin, you can see it with this line, this white line. You see this white line is different from the other corner. This white line in this corner is different from the other corner. You can see it also here. You see this line? Yes, that shows the first pin. The first pin is here. So the first pin is here. There are other things you can help you to see the first pin of a component like that. You can see a dot on this component. You see the dot? There's a dot here on this component. There's a dot. This dot is the first pin. So this shows that is the first pin. This confirms that this is the first pin of this component. It's the pin number 1. So you have this line on the motherboard and you have this dot on the component. So the two things is to confirm you that this pin is the first pin. So this is the pin number 1. So we can count it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like that. We count on the opposite direction of the clockwise direction. It's like that. It's like that. So I will show you. So that white line here and the dot on the component, that two things confirm that this is the first pin. This is the pin number 1. And we count it like that. Pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, and we continue like that. In that sense, it's like that. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like that. And it is important to know that pins. So the first 3 pins, the pin 1, 2, 3, are connected together. They are together, they are joined together. And what is the name of that first 3 pins? It is the source. This pin, that is alone, his name is the gate. The gate. This is the gate. It is by this pin that we can manipulate. We can manipulate this MOSFET so that the current will pass like that. It will cross like that to go there. So these 4 pins are also connected together. These 4 pins are connected together. And what is the name? The name of these 4 pins, it is drain. It is the drain. So the current can come and pass by the source to the drain. It's like that. But there are other MOSFET that the current will come pass by to the drain by the source to the source. So don't worry about that. There's no problem there. So the important thing to know it is that the gate is where these MOSFET have to be manipulated so that the current will pass. If this gate is not manipulated or not drive correctly, the current cannot pass. This MOSFET will be closed, The current will not pass. But if the gate is well manipulated, the current will pass. So you will open this road, so the current will pass. It's like that. So there are two type of MOSFET that we will see in the motherboards. They are the N-channel MOSFET, and we will see it, and the P-channel MOSFET. There are 2 types, the N-channel and the P-channel. There are 2 types of MOSFET. And what is the role of this component on the motherboard at this place, especially at this place of the alimentation? by 19 volt. I will explain it to you. So let's go back to the microscope. We'll go back to the microscope. Here we were there. So the current will pass like that, coming from this point, 19 volt, will come like that, pass this coil, pass this capacitor, and come inside this MOSFET at these pins, the 1, 2, 3 pins. And if the MOSFET is well manipulated at this pin that is called gate, the current will pass like that. This MOSFET will be open, so the current will pass to the source, to the drain. If this gate is not manipulated, the current will stop here. It will not pass. This MOSFET will not pass. So this MOSFET works like a switch. It's just like a switch here. When you manipulate it opens, and when you manipulate it's closed. It's just like that. You just have to consider it like that. So after the current pass the first MOSFET, it will go here like that. You see, it's coming like that. You just follow the track. See the track, the light blue track. It will come like that and come inside this MOSFET. You have to know that is the second MOSFET. So we have here the first MOSFET, and here it is the second MOSFET. So we have to know where is the first pin of this MOSFET. You see next to this MOSFET, this white line, it is the first pin. We can see it also with this dot, the dot on this component on the MOSFET. This dot and this line confirm that this is the first pin. So we can count like that. 1, 2, 3, they are together. You can see it in this line. They are in the same track. That is the blue light, the light blue track. That is in the same track. So these 3 pins are together. And this pin is alone. Is the pin number 4 here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is gate. This 3 pin is source. And we continue like that. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8 are joined together. You can see it. They are in the same track, the blue light track. That is drain. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is drain. So the current come like that, pass this capacitor, and continue like that, and come in the drain of this second MOSFET. And if at the gate there is a good manipulation, so the MOSFET will be open and the current will flow like that. Past this MOSFET, we come to the drain to the source. 19 volt will flow like that. After that 19 volt will come here to this resistor. That is a current sense resistor. It's just to evaluate the current that is coming inside the motherboard. And who will evaluate it is the charger IC. The charger IC. That is the IC that charges the battery. The charger IC will evaluate the current that is going inside the motherboard by this current sensor. It's like that. So I will repeat it again so you will understand. When the current is coming inside the motherboard, when you put your charger here, this pin that is a blue, this blue cable, it is by this cable with components that are connected to this pin that the component will evaluate the type of charger and the type of current that is coming in this charger. It will evaluate if it is good or not. So that is for identification of the charger, this pin. If they identify and see that this current is not good, this current will come like that, the 19 volt will come like that, and will stop here. The charger IC will not manipulate this MOSFET because the power is judged bad. It's not good for this motherboard, for all the components. So the charger IC will close this MOSFET. The current will not go inside the motherboard. It's like that works. Okay, so these two cables, they are red. It's for 19 volt and the other is for the ground. What we will follow the track of the plus, the 19 volt. The 19 volt will come like that here, pass this coil. This is for just filter. It's like a filter. So you'll pass this coil, pass this capacitor, and come here in the source of this first MOSFET. So if you want to check where is the first MOSFET on your motherboard, just check the continuity between the plus of this power connector, the adapter power connector, and the first MOSFET. If you want to know where is that MOSFET, you have to check to put one pin of the one probe of your multimeter here, and the second probe I will show you. You just have to put one probe of your multimeter here, and the second probe you put it to the first MOSFET. It will beep. You will have continuity. It will beep on the multimeter. It will beep. You make a sound if you have put it in continuity. Or in diode mode, you will have 0, 0, 0. It is like that. You can check the first MOSFET. If you put it here, it will not sound because this is not the first MOSFET. If you put it in another MOSFET, another place, it will not sound. It will not sound. It is only this will sound. So this is the first MOSFET. It's like that you can determine where is the first MOSFET, and it is important to know the first MOSFET because it will show you how the current will come inside your motherboard, what component it will pass to go inside the motherboard. So the 19 volt will come here, pass this coil, pass this capacitor, come inside this first MOSFET. If the manipulation at this gate by the component, this component can be charger IC or other component. It's not all the time that it's charger IC that is manipulating this MOSFET, but there can be other component that can do it. We can have a power divider, a voltage divider that can manipulate it also. If the manipulation is good, the power will pass this MOSFET and come inside this second MOSFET. And this second MOSFET have to be manipulated also by a component. It can be charger IC or other component. It have to be manipulated so that the current will pass the second MOSFET and come here at this sense resistor. So after the 90V come here, that is the first step. That is very good. That 90V will go in many places in your motherboard. It will distribute, this 90V will be distributed to many places in your motherboard. I will show you. Let me draw it in a bar. I will draw it so you can better see. So I will explain you here. So we will suppose that this is my adapter connector. Here we have the minus, so the ground. These two pins is for the ground, and after it we have these two pins that is for the plus. It's like that. And after that we have another pin, blue pin, that is for identification of the charger. It's like that, to know whether this charger is good or not. And there are components that are situated here to identify it. There are many components here that are situated here that will identify the charger and send the result to the SIO. This SIO is a chip that is very important. It's an IC that is very important. We'll see it later. When you put your charger here, you put the charger here. When you put the charger, you connect the charger here. 19V will come like that. Past a first component. This first component is the first MOSFET. The MOSFET 1. I will not draw the coil and the capacitor because there are sometimes you will see the coil here and the capacitor. Sometimes you will have a fuse also here between the plus connector and the first MOSFET. Sometimes they can put a fuse here, But in this case, there is no fuse here. So it is for protection. The fuse is for protection. So the first MOSFET is here, and after that we have the second MOSFET. And after we have this current sense resistor. And after that, this 19V will go in many places in this motherboard. This 19V, because here it is 19V. This is 19V. This 19V will go in many places. Why this 19V will go in many places? It is because this 19V have to be converted again, because there are many components in the motherboard that cannot take 19V. 19V is too much for that component. Component like the RAM, the CPU, the PCH, the USB port also, that can take just 5V like that. There are many chips also that can take 3V, that can not go further. So 19V is too much for that component. That is why this 19V will go on other places where it will be converted to small voltages. So this 19V will go in a place where a chip will convert it in 3V. In another place, a chip will convert it to 5V. Another place we go, a chip will convert it to 1.5 5 volt like that for like the RAM. For the RAM, some RAM take it like that. You could go to the CPU, 1 volt. It can be 1 volt like that. So we convert a chip will a IC will convert this 19 volt into 1 volt for the CPU and the GPU also, and other place. I cannot mention them all here, but we will see it in another videos. It's like that. And I want to tell you that when this 19 volt will come, this 19 volt will not pass directly like that. No, I told you that these two MOSFET works like switches. Like switches. It's switches. I hope it is like that is written. I don't know. You know, I just try in English. My first language is French, but I will try my best in English. So be patient to me, please. Be patient. But you can ask your questions in comment. I will answer you. I will answer you. Don't worry about that. And please subscribe to my channel and share the video. Also like the video if you find my content helpful. I will be very happy for that. So there are two MOSFETs here that work like switches. When they have been manipulated, the current will pass, and they have been manipulated, the current will not pass. They will be closed. They will be closed. This MOSFET will be closed. So when the 19 volt will come here in this first MOSFET, this current will stop here, waiting that this MOSFET will be manipulated by who? In some cases, there is a chip that is called the IC charger. Charger IC. This charger IC is in some cases, it is this charger IC that will manipulate this first MOSFET, and he will manipulate also the second MOSFET, so that the current will pass like that. The current will pass like that, and go here, and go in many places. Many places, like that. It's like that. It works like that. When this IC will manipulate this first MOSFET, the current will pass. It will manipulate also the second MOSFET, so that the current will pass also. This 19 volt will pass and go in many places to be converted. This 19 volt have to be converted in many small voltages. It's like that. I will stop here for this first video. Thank you for watching me. Subscribe please, share the video, and we'll see to the next video. Bye bye.